Hi, multifarious fisherman. This is Seven Fish. Welcome to the office. Throwing fly rod today, catching some largemouth. We're out here working a weed edge on a private lake. Having a little success already. It's early. Haven't been out here very long, but we're making it work. Fishing a deer hair popper, bright colors. Getting some of these early seasons to go already. That fish was out here a little deeper. I've been working along the bank as well. Caught one in shallow water. This fish was out here on an edge. It's one of the things when you're fishing fly rod, you always have to be mindful of where your extra line goes, because if it gets under a foot or wrapped around a boat cleat or something, you can't cast, and there's always stuff for it to get wrapped around like that. There's a lot of really matted vegetation in here. It's predominantly curly pondweed, which is a weed we like, and it's a fish producing weed for sure. Curly pondweed's funny. It grows early, and then by about second week of June it just kind of disappears. So this will be gone soon-ish. Give way to other species of weeds, but this curly pondweed has some really nice cover. I think the acreage of this pond is about 10, and I'd say 4.5 to 5 acres is weed covered. We're out here dealing with some heavy weeds today. And I see, as far as I can tell, there's two ways to deal with weeds. One is to wade into them, find a way to work through it, catch fish. The other is to get out here away from the bank a little bit and work this open water. Here's a fish. My own fly pattern. Bluegill, nice one. Not a monster, but a nice one. This pattern works for a lot of different species. Nice gill, not a monster. Tied this fly initially as a trout fly. In a bigger size, I've caught pike on it. I certainly catch bass on it. I've caught crappie, I've caught bluegill. Caught several species of trout on it. It's a streamer, it looks like a little fish, and that's really what its purpose in life is. I'm going to say that's a gill because it's swimming in circles. Female this time. Last one was a male. This is a little smaller female. You'll notice small ear flap, more yellow in color, less colored, a little less broad, pointier nose too. The males can be a little less pointy than that a lot of times. If you're keeping fish in a smaller pond like this, for the health of the pond, it's better to keep the females than the males. That's might be contrary to what some people think about population, but in bluegills, the males sort of patrol the spawning beds and will keep the smaller bluegills off. This one's a male. It's a nice fish. That's a pretty nice one, actually. Oop, easy. That's a fat one. But anyway, that's a male, darker colored, much bigger flap. A little more blunt in the nose. Not as pointed, little green under there. Beautiful fish. In clear water, bluegills are a beautiful fish one way or another, but in clear water, everything has better color, everything looks better. Not the biggest one today yet, but That's a nice crappie. Hi. We managed to find a pretty nice fish. She's a little beat up, thick though, well fed, very happy. Not the monster we're looking for, but a good fish nonetheless. Three and 3/4, not bad. Again, not a brute, but big belly. Glad to let that one go back down into the weeds. Throwing some stick baits out in the open water. Just released a bluegill, and now I've got a crappie, and he engulfed this thing. This particular bait's a shadow rat. So here we have a really nice white crappie. That is a very dark white crappie. Nice sized, good fish. There's a fish. That fish hit pretty hard, so if it's a crappie, I'm surprised. Although it's not fighting like a bass, it's a crappie. Another good one. Not as big as the last one. Oh, that's another nice one. It hit hard. Is another nice one, and that bait is gone. Not as big as the last one, but a real nice dark colored white crappie. Another nice big white crappie. Not a bad one though, genuinely. Okay, this one's a tank. Absolute tank. Yeah, buddy. That is a good one. Yeah. So we're finding some fish in and around the weeds. This one was just outside them. Probably going to get a scale on this fish because I have the scale and I have the fish, so why wouldn't you? Just keeping it wet here. Just a hair shy of 4.5. Nice one. You know, just getting out here and fishing, it's a kind of a crummy day. It's definitely overcast and the weeds are up and it's tough, but you do what you do. Hi guys, the team here at 7Fish would love to have an opportunity to put you at the end of our videos. If you would send us a photograph of you fishing or holding a fish, we would love to put you on our end screen with the title credits and whatnot. So please send them to us via the email listed below or a DM on Instagram, and we'll include you in our next video.